Hey guys, it's me, Trevis, and here's our play of the day. Let's first, of course, review yesterday's plays. Because there were no NHL games, no NBA games, no WNBA games, we had an MLB show yesterday where our cover athlete hit for the fourth straight show. So hoping here, we keep that same success, that same luck. We're hoping that our cover athlete for today's show that we're currently recording right now also wins to keep that streak moving to 5 shows in a row. So our cover athlete was Gibson, over 3.5 strikeouts, which he hit. And we also hit another play on the show, Nathan Eovaldi, who hit his over 4.5 strikeouts rather early. I think he hit it like the top of the fourth inning or something like that. Now, we had somebody in our YouTube comments mention that he's coming off the IL, and he had limited pitches in his first one. There's probably gonna be limited pitches here, so I want to make sure that everybody understands these AI projections factor in everything, literally everything. So it's not just a random like, oh, blah 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 this or that or whatever it may be. So it factors in all kinds of stuff, and then on top of that, with the machine learning, it learns as it goes through the season. So we have what 2 full months, 2.5, 3 full months of MLB. So of course the machine learning is constantly learning. So if it gets something wrong, it's going to learn from its mistakes. It's going to keep getting better and better and better, which is why we're hitting more and more and more of our MLB stuff. And the same thing with WNBA. WNBA is heating up as well. And because we have 3 WNBA games here for tonight's slate, we have a 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and a 10 p.m. game. Of course, we're back to doing our WNBA show. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. This is PlayerProps.ai. If you want to greatly reduce the amount of bets you're losing, you have to do what we call the bare minimum. The bare minimum, again, is you doing 3 things that is completely free to you. Step 1 is you subscribe and turn the notifications on, which is tapping the bell icon for this YouTube channel. That's step 1. Cost you 0 cents. 0 pennies, $0. Step 2, you go to PlayerProps.ai, which of course is the site you see behind me. Go to PlayerProps.ai, create your free account. Then, if you're on the desktop, you're going to click on Discord there at the top menu. If you're on your mobile device, you're going to click Discord on the bottom menu. When you do that, you get in our Discord, which has over 14,000 people in it, and then you connect your Discord account to your PlayerProps.ai account, and that of course is what unlocks all of the free Discord channel access for you. So that's what we call the bare minimum. It costs $0. If you don't do the bare minimum, that's you telling me and you telling yourself that you really don't care about winning more of your bets and losing less of your bets. So that's the first step. So that's how you got to figure out how much you actually care about changing the things going on in your life when it comes to sports betting. But as I mentioned, this is WNBA show. We start with points, and then we typically go back and forth between a bunch of combo stuff. So we have the Chicago New York Liberty game at 8 p.m., which of course, as you see, this is my first season as a true WNBA fan. We mentioned this way before the season started that we're rocking with New York Liberty until Florida gets their own team, and we have no idea when that's going to happen. Florida gets their own team again. We did have a team back in the day, early days of WNBA, and they moved on to Connecticut to become the Connecticut Sun, which is the only undefeated team left in the WNBA. Hold on. I'm talking too much. I know that because my mouth's getting dry. All right, so if you haven't paid attention to what I've been saying on every WNBA show, or every show for that matter, for the daily show, in our Discord, each sport has its own ban list. So there's a list of things we simply don't target no matter what the AI tells us. So of course we rely heavily on the AI. It's very accurate, but we still have our own due diligence, I guess you can say. So right now on the WNBA ban list, we do not target anything related to Brianna Stewart assist. We are no longer targeting anything related to Alyssa Thomas assist, and we're completely staying away and fading Kia Nurse points. So there's only 3 players on there right now, and I hope that we don't add any more players, because we don't want to add players to the ban list, because that means they've sucked on multiple occasions for whatever stat it may be. I do mention on all my NBA shows and WNBA shows, I really don't like single-digit points lines. I think the last time we did anything with Courtney Vandersloot, I don't know, yeah, regardless, I don't like the single digit stuff. So the top two are single digits, even though she does have 80% in her last five, but she stunk here against the Fever. All right, let me look at some combo stats here. So I know I don't like her points because I don't like single digit stuff, but points and assist is actually a much higher implied. So her line for this is minus 136. And then if you go back to her points, it's only minus 118. So, the sports books, FanDuel specifically, because that's what's highlighted here, is saying she's got a greater chance to hit her points and assist line than her points line. So that can only mean her assist line is also pretty high. And she's not even at the top. So that's not the case. See, I told you this is something we fade. Brianna Stewart assists. So she's the top assist play for single assists, for not combo stuff. She's the top play for tonight's slate. But she's on the ban list, so we're not going to target it. Does that mean that she can hit that? Sure. But we're not going to risk it. She when she passes the ball, her teammates don't shoot. She passes the ball so her teammates can pass the ball. And I've watched enough New York Liberty games to know that I'm not going to target her assist ever again. Yeah, Courtney Vandersloot's like all over the top. She's on the top of PR, top of points assist. But she's only in the top because there's such a high percentage difference because her lines are so low. That's the only reason she's featured up there. PRA, she's on the top. And Alyssa Thomas is third for rebounds and assists. But again, like I said before, we're not targeting anything related to her assists ever again. I think we've played Jewel Lloyd before, and I'm pretty sure she hit for us. She's got a 59% implied. Let me check her real quick. Barely missed this in her last Fever game. 10, 17. So we do like the fact that there's 3 games for tonight. But nothing's. We don't force plays. That's like rule number 2 or 3 for sports betting. You don't force plays. You don't come into your research or figuring out what you want to lock in with your mindset of, you know what, I'm gonna play a 10-pick parlay today. I need a 6-pick parlay. Let's see what plays I'm gonna lock into my 6-pick parlay. That is how losers stay losing, because that's the worst mindset to have. You go to research and you say, let's see how many things I like today. If it's one thing, then you're playing one pick. If it's 2 things, you play both of them individually, and then you can parlay them together. Only after you bet them individually. But you should never go in with exactly how many picks you're looking for, because that's how you force plays. If you force something you may or may not like, you may be on the fence on, just to have the 6th or the 7th play or whatever you were trying to do, it's not good for you long term. Okay. So let's see here. We've only done one 3-point play this WNBA season on the show, and it hit, so we're 100% on that. Bonner, who's been really great for the undefeated Connecticut Sun so far, is at the top with a 53% chance to cover. Man, her Dallas game, she got none. But 4 of her last 5 games she covered. How's she playing? She's playing Washington. Her 5-16 game against Washington, she didn't get any. That's not a positive sign. Julie also has 80% hit rate. She's never gotten 0 in her last 10 games, or her last 8 games. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, there's not been 10 games of the season. But she hasn't gotten 0 yet. She only needs to get 2, so that's more promising. She's never been goose-egged. Her last game against the Liberty, she got 2, 2, 5, 4. So she can She can heat up, and she actually, I think, has the highest implied. So FanDuel gives her the highest chance to hit at a 56%. Well, Taurasi to hit 2.5 is higher, but all right, let's do let's think it let's I don't hate that so much. She got an 80% her last 5 games. She's not been goose egged. I'm gonna check something real quick here. Hold on, let me pull up some more info. Okay, so she's and the Mystics have not won a game this season, and they're a 13.5 underdog. So what does it mean when you get blown out? You typically have garbage time, and that's probably because she hasn't won a game this season. That's probably why she keeps making threes from when you're getting blown out, it is what it is. You're just gonna jack up stuff. That's why Caitlin Clark was hitting 20 points early on because she was getting blown out, and just jacking up threes, and a good chunk of them went in. Let's see here. I just want to pull something up real quick. Okay, so her last game. I'm just gonna check the last game here. Her last game was against the Liberty, which was a 11-point victory for the Liberty. Liberty was a 13.5-point favorite. So what I'm gonna add, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff. So if you're tuning into these shows and you're seeing all these different stats and you're playing with PlayerProps.ai on your own, the thing I want to harp on is PlayerProps.ai is only 1.5, maybe 2% of what it's going to become. So we're going to be based on user feedback and based on all the things I already know I want to build in. We already know that we're going to have a ton more stuff, a million more different data points, and a million different more sports and features and everything by this time next year. But something else I was just thinking of I want to add is it shows us how many threes they've made, but I want to add how many threes they've attempted, because it doesn't matter if they make 2. If they attempt like 10 and they're 2 for 10, then we know that they suck and we don't necessarily want to plug them in. But that also means that they jack up a lot, so there's a good chance of them making at least 2 if they have a 1.5 line. So just having that, how many, which is what I'm pulling up right now, is beneficial. I'm curious. Okay, so she's a starting. She jacked up 5 threes and made 2 of them. So but she's only gotten 21 minutes as a starter. But that's probably because they're getting blown out and they're playing the bench a lot more. So that's what I'm checking right now. We can see her average minutes, but I still want to see. In the game before that, she jacked up 5. So she's shooting about 5 attempts in her last 2. Let's check 3 games ago. Yeah, she shoots about 5 attempts a game. So we really need her just to make 2 of 5. And she's averaging about 22-ish minutes. So where is it? So her last 10 games, she averages about 2.13. We got an average about 22, 23 minutes per game. Okay, so that's the first one. Yes, I know it took us the time to get to there, but again, we don't force plays. We got to find something we like, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I think we played Dana Evans last time, and she hit for us. So she's on my good side. Dana Evans of Chicago. Oh, who is it? Who's the, what's her name? Jonquel Jones is always nice to play. Copper hit for us last time. Brianna Jones hit for us last time. But the projections don't like them too much, which is why they're on the bottom. And I don't like Courtney Vandersloot's rebounds. She's not on the ban list. It's just that me watching so many New York Liberty games, she's good at what she does. She helps the team, but she's not a stat compiler. She's never really in position to get rebounds. She's never in position to do much of anything. She's more or less just a facilitator, I guess. What's Diana Taurasi's points? Because she went off last game. Oh. She's got a negative 0.7 percentage difference. So we're not going to touch that. So it looks like the sportsbook's caught up to that. Do I really want to force? How many points? How many minutes is Elizabeth Williams getting for Chicago? So what I was going to mention, I mentioned this on our last WNBA show, is Chicago, or actually no, I think it was in the Discord I was talking about it. That Chicago, they had two top seven picks. I think it was two top sevens. The seven-ish one was Angel Reese, and then the third or third overall pick, second overall pick was is it Cardosa? That's what I was thinking for. So I don't know why she's not popping up here. Is she not playing today? Because she was like, let me see here, Chicago side. Yeah, like why don't we? Hold on. Let me go to all here. Why do we not have? Is she not playing? Yeah, there's like no Cardosa props. It's very interesting. I know she came off the bench last game. Maybe that's what it is. But I want to target her her rebounds. Angel Reese got a ton of rebounds last game as well. She's being a lot tougher on the glass cleaning, but she's not. I don't think she's on here either. Jonquel Jones. So it's pretty much going to be, man, Jonquel Jones is better than Reese and taller than Reese by like 6 inches. Yeah, like there's no, Cardosa's like the tallest person. She's 6'7". So I want to see a Cardosa versus Jonquel Jones matchup, which I hope we get there. So if you watch this point of video, this is, you might be like, okay, stop talking and just find something and lock it in. But this is essential to teaching you how your brain should be using these tools. You don't want to just be like, okay, and then lock it in. There's other things you want to factor in when you're locking stuff. So right now we just have 1.5 threes made, but I don't want to say a second thing just to make this a short show. I want to make sure I find something that I actually want to put my own money on, so we don't have a situation that I'm just throwing things out. Let's see here. She's hit 60% of her last. Yeah, she had a really good game there. This is something I was looking at earlier when I was going through the PRA stuff. Natasha Cloud. Let me check her minutes on her last few games. Phoenix. So I feel like Taurasi went nuts. So, and even though Taurasi went nuts, she still covered. She hit 36. So I'm guessing, just check the box score here of that game. Yeah, she played freaking 35 minutes. She's getting a ton of time. Even though Taurasi went out for 31, she also got 21 and 12 assists herself. This might be the play we're going to. She's getting the most minutes out of anybody that I pulled up for. And just for argument's sake, let's check the previous game before that. She had 35, and then the game before that she had 29. Yeah, she's getting... Oh, the game before that, was that a dud? Was she had 13? She had 18 PRA. The 2 games ago was a dud, which is where you see the Minnesota one. And then against the Liberty... Yeah, 35 minutes. Yeah, she's getting a ton of time. She has plenty of time to rack up. She just needs to get 23 here to hit. So that's what we're going to do. We found it. We found the second one. Y'all guys can settle down. We found it. Before you start typing away in the comments, like, what took you so long? We found it. So, we're going Natasha Cloud over 22.5 PRA. And Julie Vanloo over 1.5 threes made. And you're like, why are you going with the third one? There's a lot of things we factor in it. We factor in the fact that the implied chance is higher, that she's got an 80% hit rate, which Bonner does as well. But and her projection is slightly higher. So she only has a difference because the projection is what, 0.2, 0.16 higher. So that's the only reason that Bonner's up top. So we're going Julie Vanloo, Washington, over 1.5 threes made. Julie Vanloo, Washington, over 1.5 threes made. Natasha Cloud, Phoenix, over 22.5 PRA. Now, if you made it this far in the video, congratulations. You know what plays we're locking in. And you're seeing me pull up all these different stats, which of course all but one stat is for premium. We do offer the assist stat for free for WNBA, so you can check it every single day. There's WNBA games. But you can actually get all of premium access without spending a single penny. So there's a video that's going to hop up on here on the screen. Tap on this video. I just created this video for you guys yesterday because a lot of people were asking me about it. This is going to show you how exactly to get all full premium access for the Discord and for the site without you spending a single penny. So just click on that video, watch that, and lock in these plays, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck.